Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Omar Iftikhar. Today we are going to talk about how to land a publishing deal with a publisher when you have written a non-fiction book. I have taken insights and information from Penguin Random House's website, and I'm going to share uh, a section of that information, not the entire information, something that I enjoyed reading myself, and I thought of sharing it with you. Landing a publishing deal is a tricky tactic altogether. You have to be picture perfect in whatever you do. So this presentation is based on the advice that I learned through Jane Friedman's blog that was published on Penguin Random House's website. So, before we move on, just a brief intro to who Miss Jane Friedman is. She has been associated with the publishing industry for a long time. She uh, has been publishing a newsletter by the name of The Bottom Line, and she was also named as Publishing Commentator of the Year in 2023, and her works have been featured in The Guardian, The New York Times, The Atlantic, NPR, BBC, and more. And she's also the author of The Business of Being a Writer, which makes her a thought leader in her field. So let's talk about how to write book proposals and what they are, because if eventually you would have to reach out to publishers once you have a manuscript in hand. But it's better to know the dynamics of the book proposal publishing or writing process beforehand. So the first thing is a book proposal is not about your book. It never will, it never has. Why? Because uh, it is about the process that will help you place your book on the shelves. It is a process that will convince your publisher to invest in the book and then convince the bookstores to place your book on their shelves. And it also documents why your publisher should invest in your book. Why should your publisher publish your book in the first place? And this is an interesting insight. You can write your proposal even before you finish writing the manuscript of your nonfiction book. How? Create an outline, create a chapter-wise summary of the book of what you are going to include in it, and then you're going to ask your publisher, select a publisher, or if you are fortunate enough, a publisher is going to see value in your book and they're going to discuss it with you in detail, and then you're going to start writing the book. This is actually how a book publishing deal happens in reality. So the secret tip is that you can write a proposal before completing a manuscript. There's no harm, and that is going to help you land a contract with the publisher. Now there are certain mistakes. Never discuss your book that I will write this, I have written this, this is what I'm going to discuss. No, you have to explain the following points. Why is your book important? Why should people read your book? Why should that book be published? Why should the publisher invest in that book? What value will that book add to the reading process of the readers, and what need it fulfills, and how it will help readers. Now, there are certain sections of a book proposal. Comparable titles or comparative title analysis, which is very important. Target audience, marketing plan, chapter outline, sample chapters, and an author platform. So let's discuss one by one all these topics. So comparable titles or comparative title analysis, you need to discuss comparable titles. You need to explain why will there be a readership for your book, um, and you have to scrutinize or survey or investigate 5 to 10 titles that are related to your book, to your topic, to your genre, to your theme, to your niche. Then comes the target audience, who will buy your book, who will be the actual readers, and you need to describe those people based on their demographics, based on their behaviors, based on their purchasing power, maybe based on the region in the world where they are living. And do not generalize your audience. Be very very specific. And then that you have a marketing plan. That I mean, how are you going to go about marketing the book, promoting the book? This may include pre-publishing marketing and post-publishing marketing. And always tell the publisher what exactly you're going to do. Don't just say that, okay, I'm going to invite people to my book launch. No, you must be very specific. You would say that I may have a press conference before the launch of the book. I may have a I will have a book launching session at this venue on this date, inviting these many people. This person will be the guest of honor. This person will be the keynote speaker. Maybe I may have a panel discussion in which I will invite industry experts who are related and aligned to the theme and the topic of the book. And obviously, you need to create actions based on timelines, and you need also to put your author bio, so to add credibility to your marketing. Okay, so chapter outlines are very important, especially for narrative works. They are extremely important if your manuscript is more than 50, 60,000 words. If it's over 80,000 words, you need to have a chapter outline so that the publisher knows exactly what you have written and what the readers are going to experience when they're reading the book. And the summary of each chapter should be around 3,000 words. Below that, I think anywhere, I mean, a word count between 2,000 3,000 will also work. And at times, if you go for literary agents, we don't have them in Pakistan, but you have them in other countries, especially in the West. So they may go for a more detailed chapter outline so that they can understand the very essence of the book. And you can also use a table of content in place of a chapter outline. Whatever your content is, just put it in the form of a table of content form, and then you can explain each chapter, each section, one by one. So chapters, sample chapters are very important. They explain, they express your writing style, the theme that you have pursued, the angles that you have taken regarding the various information and insights that you are going to present. And they also highlight the narrative structure that you have pursued. This also helps the publisher understand your psyche and the way you perceive that topic that you have explained in your book. And then you have an author platform. I'm going to explain it in detail in the next slide why this is important. So author platform is important because it shows your skills, your expertise, and your knowledge and wisdom, which will add value when you are marketing the book, when the publisher is trying to understand why they should invest in your work. And agents and editors, obviously, they look at your author platform, your experience, your past experiences, to judge the credibility that you offer. And this goes for both online and offline mediums. Your social status and your digital media footprint is going to be very important. So you need to have a website, you need to have your social media pages, and every content, every platform that you promote, they need to be updated every week. And then you have your offline influences. Maybe you have conducted guest speaker sessions or talks or presentations, and whatever you have done on the ground in the real world, they're also going to add value, because those people who come in contact with you, they're going to talk about you online. So your offline presence is going to accentuate your online presence. And then you have your media features. If you have appeared on the television, if you have been invited for interview or a podcast, whether your features or your interview have been published in the print media, then that's also going to add value to your author platform. Your basic Point of contact will be your LinkedIn profile, so that needs to be updated. That has to be regularly updated along with your other digital media assets. That includes your website and your social media platform that handles. Your past publishing experience obviously is going to add so much value to your writing process, for you to become an author, so for you to land a deal with a publisher, because what you've written in the past, that is also going to ascertain the publisher of what you are capable of. So this was a brief presentation on how you can land a publishing proposal with a publisher, especially when you're writing a non-fiction book. My objective of creating these videos for my channel Write It Right is to share my experiences with those who are aspiring writers, and I just want to uh, help aspiring writers become authors. Keep reading, keep writing. This is Muhammad Omar Iftikhar signing off.